Good morning, YouTube. Robert LaRocco here, guys and gals. Just dropped the missus off at work. Today's video is going to be about your credit score. My parents, when I was growing up, didn't really tell me much about credit scores and how important they are to you every day. Let me clean you off real quick before we start. There we go. So the credit score is something that is used to measure if you can get loans for a home, a car, your spending abilities, how mature you are with your money. That's the best way to put it. Because if you're spending your money on dumb shit, and you're not paying your bills like you should, then the credit score is more likely going to be either non-existent or shitty. So I found a secret to getting your credit score where it needs to be, and I'm going to share it with you in this video because you know what? I'm not paid by anybody. I'm not a paid sponsor. None of that crap. I want to share it with you because I went on a journey. I paid off a bunch of debt, got it expunged from my credit line, and then I built my credit back up, and then I got a house. I bought a house within, like, I kid you not, 9 to 12 month period. It was insane how this took place. I mean, yeah, I did a lot of homework for me to get to that point, but I'm going to share it with you the fastest way I can in this video because building your credit is the most important thing. So here we go. First thing you need to do is make sure you're on your job for a long time, for more than a year, because the longer you're on your job, the easier it makes you look, better it makes you look to the creditors that want to lend you the money. Number 2, your debt. Whatever debt you got to pay it off. Pay it off completely. And once you pay it off, I'm going to share with you tip number 3. Tip number 3 is this. When you have large amounts of debt, let's say you got $15,000 and you pay off $15,000, but it's all different places. It's all different, like, companies, right? When you pay off a debt and it's paid off, if you go to any, like, website or company like Experian or Credit Karma, they're going to see where you owed that debt because it's still debt, but it's paid off debt, and people are going to see that. So this is where you need to scrub yourself. You need to scrub your credit line. So you could pay your company to come in, pay $300, pay them $300 to go in, scrub it for you, or you can do what I did and do it yourself. So when I paid off my debt and I got the confirmation numbers for paying off this debt and all the information I needed to provide to prove it, I went on Credit Karma and I disputed it all. Like, I disputed every single bit of it. Because what Credit Karma does is they do the legwork for you. You dispute it, they get a hold of that company. Hey, Mr. LaRocco's disputing this debt. And they've been, oh yeah, he's already paid it off, and they take it off your account so you don't have a smudge. The best way to explain it is take a pencil, write a sentence on a piece of paper, and that line you just written is your debt. Now, when you pay off your debt, take the eraser and erase all the writing and dust it away. Now look at it. You can still see the outline from where you erased it. You can see the outline of the words. So that's the smudge I'm talking about. Now, going and disputing that on Credit Karma, once you pay it off, then instead of using that same piece of paper with the lines on it, you get a whole new sheet. So now you have no debt, which is no credit at all, which is bad, but you can still get somewhere with it. So my credit went from, like, owing money, paying it off, now I have nothing. I'm back down to zero because I was at 650. Now I'm down to zero. So what do I do now? So I did some more research and some more digging. So what I do now is you go to your local bank where you bank at. First of all, you need a real bank account. If you plan on getting any kind of house, buying a house, or even doing a buy here, pay here on a car, you got to have a bank account of some kind to show evidence of you making payments on time. So when you get the bank account, give them $300. Say, hey, here's $300. I need a prepaid credit card. And this credit card, you're spending your money and not no one else's. So that way you pay on it and you pay on this card, and you spend it, pay on it, spend it, pay on it, whatever. But never never use more than half of the money. Only use like 150 of 300 and then slowly pay it back. Don't pay it all back at once. That's the mistake people make. pay it over time, because when you pay it over time, you're building a life of a credit line, and they see that, and they see you're paying it over time. So that way you're not really, you're building your credit up. So that's one thing you need to start doing. Second thing, Experian, believe it or not, does offer a program for you to help boost your credit. You can let Experian be tied to your bank account. I was skeptical about this at first, but it actually worked for me, and I was pretty happy about it. So if you're making a cell phone payment, Netflix payment, LG&E, lights and gas, internet bill, car insurance, car note, house note, whatever. If you're making all these payments every month toward this, why not use that to your advantage to build your credit? So you link Experian to that. You get a free trial to start off with. Then it's like $19 a month, but it's worth it. I'm telling you. I don't have it anymore because I just once I got everything I wanted, I said I don't really need to monitor my credit as much as I do now, like I used to. So Experian watches it, that you sync it together, and Experian says, okay, we got Disney Plus, we got Netflix, we got your mortgage, we got everything under the sun, like that you normally pay on anyway. And that they take that and they analyze it and say, okay, well, this guy's been paying on his car payment for the past 6 years, and he's always been on time. You see what I'm saying? So they're watching your activity and how responsible you are with your bills, and that helps you build a better credit score over time. And that's how I did it. I kid you not, 100%, all jokes aside, I bought a 5-bedroom, 2 full bath, 8-car parking, 2-car garage for $214,000. $214K. Wow, that was a steal. I'm not a rich guy. I'm not. I work hard for my money. I am a maintenance supervisor for student housing, and I'm not rich. And I bought this when I was making $18 an hour, because I got my credit score up. So, food for thought. Just think about it for a minute. Get yourself where you need to be. First, like I said, the first building block of doing any of this is making the money you want to make. You got to find that job that you know is going to help you get to where you want to be. And how you do that is you got to figure out what skills you got, and you got to learn how to tone them in and harness them and use those skills to get you on the next level up, to make the money you want to make, to get the house you want to get, to live the American dream. That's how you do it. I don't care what nationality you are, what skin color you are, anyone can do it. It's just a matter of you having the willpower and wanting to do it. Instead of going out drinking with your buddies on a Saturday night, how about you take that money you're going to spend on beers and put it in a bank somewhere, put it in a piggy bank somewhere, and just, or stick it in your checking account, your savings account, and just save it. Think about it. You want things, you're going to have self-discipline at the end of the day. And it's not complicated, it's not hard. Yeah, it's a struggle. It was a struggle for me. It was hard for me, but I really wanted a house to myself too. So I have a home for my kids to live in, the missus to live in, and we both work full time, make our money. She gave, out of this whole house thing, she only gave me $1,500. That's it. The rest of it was all on me. Think about that for a second. Let it sink in. Because if I can do it, you all can definitely do it. And I was getting my house right when the shit was going up. So my was like a 6.125 interest rate. So yeah. So think about it. You have any questions or anything like that, please feel free to comment below. I'll be happy to answer them. And see you guys on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Happy New Year and be safe.